Despite being only 23 years old, Jayson Tatum is a top 10 player in the NBA. It is crazy to think about a player being so young, but so damn good early in his career. It seems in this shortened offseason, many analysts and fans have been giving top 10 players lists, and I find consistently that Jayson Tatum is left out. In my opinion, it's just disrespectful considering what Tatum has done in his very short career, and especially what he did last year. In merely 4 seasons in the NBA, he has already been an All-Star twice and an All-NBA third team once. Although his rookie season was statistically lackluster, he averaged 30 minutes a game, 14 points a game, and 5 rebounds a game. However, his most impressive stat was his efficiency of 47% from the field and 43% from 3 as a rookie. Impressive. This was a great sign as it hinted to greater production and stats once he started taking more shots. But it did not help him in the Rookie of the Year race as both Donovan Mitchell and Ben Simmons were miles ahead of him in the voting department. However, what impressed me the most was his playoff run, where unlike some of the current NBA All-Star veterans, he was able to lift his game to a whole new level. After averaging 13 points in the regular season, he averaged 15 points per game against the Bucks in the first round. After that, he averaged an insane 24 points per game against the Sixers in the Eastern Conference semis, and he did this as a rookie while also being their leading scorer. And then after that, he faced Cleveland and LeBron, and in that series, he averaged 18 points per game in the Eastern Conference Finals. Granted that Tatum's teammates were also putting in the work, especially Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, and Al Horford. More importantly, this happened without their best player, Kyrie Irving, and arguably their second best player, Gordon Hayward. Of course, the media and the fans were blown away, and the "he's only 19" meme was born. That's the thing though, doing all of this at 19 years old was beyond impressive, and it was clear that he was on his way to becoming a star. Going into his second year, the hype train was already off and running. Many proclaimed that he was the best player on the team and already the face of the franchise. This was bold considering that both Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward were on the team. His second year in the league, he did not break out like many predicted he would, and the hype train shifted. The 2018 draft class had 2 of the most polarizing young stars in today's game, Luka Doncic and Trae Young. At the time of Tatum's second year, Luka was being pushed into the spotlight, and rightly so. As a rookie, Luka averaged 21 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, and 6 assists a game. He completely swallowed the attention Tatum was getting, and he slowly became the NBA's playboy. No one can really say if Tatum used this as motivation, but his third season was the breakout everyone was waiting to see from him. He averaged an impressive 23 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game, while shooting a smooth 45% from the field and 40% from 3. He was an all-star in the NBA for the first time and finally was showing that star potential many saw in his postseason run. You would think the spotlight would return to him, but in the other conference, Luka was doing something monstrous and unthinkable. In just his second season, Luka was averaging 29 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, and 9 assists per game, while shooting 46% from the field and 32% from 3.
Damn!
He also became a first-time All-Star that year, and he was so good that Vegas actually had him as the preseason favorite to win the MVP award for the 2020-2021 season. Thus, Luka cemented himself as one of the top 10 players in the NBA. However, as the media hype on Luka increased, Tatum was having the best season of his career, which earned him a spot on the All-NBA third team. He averaged a sweet 26 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game, while shooting 46% from the field and 39% from 3. It is evident that he is the best player on the Celtics. No disrespect to Jaylen Brown, who in his own right is damn good. But Jayson Tatum is the face of the franchise moving forward. Even this last year, which was a down year for Boston Celtics standards, being the 7th seed and all, Jayson Tatum was fucking awesome. With the newly installed play-in tournament, they had to duke it out with the 8th seeded Washington Wizards, who in their own right were a dangerous team considering they had Westbrook and Bradley Beal. However, Jayson Tatum made sure that game was done and dusted by dropping a whopping 50 points to retain the 7th seed. Unfortunately, retaining the 7th seed also meant playing the Brooklyn Nets in the first round. To no one's surprise, many had predicted the Nets would sweep the Celtics, considering the talent differential between the two teams. Although the Nets did not have Harden, it was evident that KD and Kyrie were more than enough to get out of the East. After losing both games in Brooklyn, it seemed like a sweep was more and more likely. However, in a pivotal Game 3, Tatum did what he had to do. He dropped 50 again. Although it was just one game, it was clear for that particular game he was the best player on the court, which also had Kevin Durant. Something I did not emphasize much, but the key to him being in the top 10 in the NBA is his defense. Jayson Tatum is one of the better defenders in the league. There are not a lot of players in this league that can drop 50 on your head while clamping you the entire time. The Boston Celtics have undergone some massive changes. However, Jayson Tatum's success and play is one thing that will never change. Sooner or later, he will enter the MVP conversation, and before you know it, he will be lifting that very trophy in front of our eyes.